people who can talk to us about this.
And a lot of out-of-town tryouts.
Yeah. Because we'll bring it on
to Atlanta.
Atlanta, and then tour.
We rehearsed in New York for the tour. We rehearsed in LA for the tour.
Mm-hmm.
We got 17 new pages in Des Moines before we went into Chicago. Like, I thought that the tour felt like 9 months of previews because they kept changing it.
It's like The Baker's Wife. And then, anyone know Baker's Wife?
I don't.
Just read Patti LuPone's chapter about it in her memoir, Patti LuPone, a memoir.
I love that you've read that.
Of course I've read that. I've had the balls to read chapters.
You've done your research.
I have, and I've had the balls to read that thing on the subway where people can see me in the open.
That's a beautiful story.
Cool story, Hansel. So bring it on, and also If Then in DC.
If Then in DC.
So talk to us a bit about the out-of-town tryout process, like how that goes and sort of the energy around the cast. And
it's like you go to summer camp, but your job is putting on. You have one job. You've left your home. You've probably got a subletter, and you have subscribed to this religion. Like, so you're in a hotel. You're just the only people you know really in town are your coworkers, and you eat, sleep, and drink the show, and help it be born. It's an exciting time. It's like, ta-ta real life, and just like you just submerge yourself, and I love it. I love the hardness of it and the bonding that happens. I think, when you get to New York, like, New York is amazing, but it's really distracting, and everybody's got their own things to do, and when
once the show is set, everyone can kind of go on and have a life again.
Is living their life outside the thing and just coming to work, which is great. But when you're, like, in DC, and everyone's in the room, like, going through it together, and
there's a lot of camaraderie and...
Oh, yeah. All the camaraderie.
And so, like,
it's low-key, like, there's no pressure.
Yeah. So say like you wake up in the morning and go to the theater and like, okay guys, we cut this song, we're adding a new song today that's gonna go in like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of rehearsing of the new transition and then teching and then going
changes.
to the show. Yeah.
That was something I wasn't prepared for. Like, again, I didn't go to theater school. I didn't work professionally as a child besides like voiceover stuff in Seattle. So I had no idea that like we would. By the way. Hi, Beep. We would get changes during the day, or that like I remember bringing on Atlanta, we would rehearse like option B all afternoon, but then we didn't finish option B, so we went back to option A that night, worked on option B the next day, put option B in, hated option B, made option C, which of course is a combination of option A and B. Oh my God! So like you're just checking your notes, like it's a pop quiz of your skills and your brain.
You're really using more than 10%.
Heaven forbid you're a cover and it changes and you don't even get to rehearse it before you go on.
Did that happen?
I went on once in DC, and it was like a dream. Like I was like ready. We hadn't changed much. It was great. Although I did then get really, really drunk afterwards as like a celebration. And then I said I'd run a 5K in the morning. What?
While you were drunk and someone held you to it?
Mostly, I didn't know I was going to go on, so I'd signed up to run a 5K, and it was like Thanksgiving, but like I went on, and everyone was like, celebratory drinks, woo! And then I'm waking up to do the 5K thinking, this what?
Hashtag Broadway.
Why did I do this 5K?
If Then has my favorite staging device, which is the turntable.
Oh, good turntable.
That turntable ever break down? Or
yes, many times, and I learned so much because.
Did we have options if the turntable didn't work, or were they just
No, it was like every time. Well, because it was everyone's there to see Adina be Adina, and what's so charming about Adina is that she's a real person. And she like invites you in, and so when she would mess up, or the turntable would mess up, or anything, she literally so we're in DC and the turntable doesn't work for the first time, and it's in that what the sequence where she's like stuck in the bathroom and then it returns.
And it goes to the apartment.
So it turns and we just goosh, and the music, and she just kind of stops and she walks out and she goes, Judy, I think what's up everybody? I think the turntable's not working. And she just starts working the room and being charming, and we're in the back like this, just watching her. But then someone told me that she wasn't so good at that at the beginning, back in the day, and that she really learned how to be comfortable even when things went wrong. And I was taking notes because, leading lady, talk about a duty, she just carried, this show just sailed through the era because she was working the audience.
And that show was very interesting to me because it was very much it was very old school in a way, of this star vehicle that very much was for and about this woman.
And to feature and showcase.
Yeah, and people came to see her, and just like to watch her really kind of take on that show with not just love, but like what seemed like great ease. And I know it wasn't easy, but it takes a lot of work to make it come off that easy. Just like very inspiring to see.
It was inspiring to see like of course I loved her since like Wicked came out. And of course I was like 14, singing her songs and her voice. The first day of rehearsal when I auditioned on a Wednesday, my callback was Thursday, and the read through was Monday. So I did not have like mental time to prepare. And like I walk in the room and I'm like, hello, Adina, nice to meet you. Hi, Anthony Rapp, hello. And I was like, totally cool. And we like sit down at the table. Yeah, and we sit down at the table and they start to sing, and I doubled over because I was like, don't cry at your first day of work. Their voices were just so affecting.
That, by the way, is what we call the Emily Skeggs, where you audition, have the callback or get the job like the next day, and like you go into rehearsal like a day or two later.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened with her with Fun Home with the Public, because they needed a cover real fast. So she auditioned like on a Tuesday, got the job on Wednesday, went into rehearsals Thursday. Same thing happened with Alex Boniello when he was on here telling us about how he got Moritz in Spring Awakening. He was like, I did a Skype session on Tuesday. They told me like I got the job, I think like the next day, and I had to fly out to LA the day after that. I was like, that's the Emily Skeggs way.
You get very used to saying, I don't know. When I teach kids now, and they're like talking about the business and I write on the board, I don't know. Let's all say it together. I don't know. Get very comfortable telling this to your parents, to your employers, tell your I don't know. I don't know.
Yay or nay? I don't know.
The truth is, nobody knows.
Not even Lin-Manuel